whether a ref makes a bad call or it's opposing players or fans trying to get us out of our element, that our ultimate goal is to win, and doing things that are unsportsmanlike aren't going to get us any closer to that goal.
Because in life, many things will not go your way, and by learning now to hold your head up high when defeated and stay humble after a victory will better influence your life for the years to come.
Life's buzzing with energy, from the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Well, good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School for postseason baseball with our presenting sponsors, Ankeny Girls Softball Association, Anne-Marie Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Softball Strength University at Jerash Performance, Signarama-Ankeny, and Lamberti Murphy Strong Law. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by the IAHSAA, and it's a postseason matchup, Substate 7 semifinal, Linn-Mar Lions, Centennial Jaguars. My name's Cade Tomlinson, sitting on the left side of the booth. Sitting over to my right is my dad, color, PA announcer, sound effects guy, and pretty much anything else you can put on top of him, Rodney Tomlinson.
Well, good evening, folks. Bright, sunny night here. Slight breeze blowing out to left field. Not that that usually comes into play in this big ballpark, but it sure helps. Our umpires and coaches are coming to home plate, so we're just a little ways from getting starting lineups out there.
And, of course, starting lineups brought to you by Signarama-Ankeny. And our pregame show, short as it may be, but we will get a little bit of something in there. Both teams coming into tonight off of a win in round number 1. Ankeny Centennial won 11-1 over Marshalltown on Saturday. And Linn-Mar, a 7-3 victory over Iowa City West.
Well, as we take a peek at the Lions, their be-all, do-all, number 22, their right fielder. He leads the team in most offensive categories. That is Mazinski, Dylan Mazinski. And it looks like our meeting's over, so I got to switch jobs.
We are going to turn it over for tonight's Signarama-Ankeny starting lineups.
Leading off, the center fielder, number 5, Charlie Sarsfield. Batting second in right field, number 22, Dylan Mazinski. Batting third, wearing number 33, at first base, Tavian Soppy. Hitting in the 4 spot, the third baseman, number 4, Caden Harris. Batting fifth and pitching number 12, Colton Bergen. In the 6th hole, number 3, the left fielder, Landon Sorg. Batting 7th, the catcher, number 17, Brady Berry. Hitting 8th, wearing number 8, the shortstop, Toby Cruz. And batting 9th, the second baseman, number 23, Lucas Downing. Kyle Rodenkirk is the head coach for Linn-Mar. And now, let's meet the starters for your Centennial Jaguars. Leading off at shortstop, number 28, Will Nessler. Batting second, number 1, second baseman, Isaac Brule. Batting third, patrolling third, number 7, Will Morris. In the cleanup spot, the right fielder, number 24, Cohen Bullwinkle. Hitting 5th, number 8, in left field, Reed Anderson. Batting 6th, the center fielder, number 2, Jackson Reed. Hitting 7th, first baseman, number 17, Cade Newman. In the 8th spot, number 29, your designated hitter, Alex Corey. And batting 9th, behind the plate, number 16, Brecken Miller. On the bump for the Jaguars, number 27, Darren Sievers. Head coach for Centennial is Mark High.
Well, folks, with that, we are going to take a break and be right back. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and IAHSAA.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Well, once again, good evening, baseball fans, and welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School for tonight's IAHSAA Class 4 Substate 7 semifinal game. It's the Linn-Mar Lions and the Centennial Jaguars. As you heard, our Signarama-Ankeny starting lineups, just a few changes in the field for the Jaguars here in the postseason. Over on first, Cade Newman patrols. And then it's the middle infield. Switch it from what you normally know. Isaac Brule over on the second base side. And Will Nessler holds down shortstop. Will Morris over at third at his normal spot. And outfield going left to right is Reed Anderson, Jackson Reed, Cohen Bullwinkle. Your battery here tonight, Darren Sievers to Brecken Miller. We're getting ready to go for the first batter of the night. It's postseason baseball on Centennial Digital, with a special thanks to tonight's postseason presenting sponsors, Ankeny Girls Softball Association, Anne-Marie Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Softball Strength University at Jerash Performance, Signarama-Ankeny, and Lamberti Murphy Strong Law. Leading it off for the Lions is going to be the center fielder, number 5, Charlie Sarsfield. Sarsfield comes into tonight's game with a .420 batting average. First pitch from Sievers misses up high.
And Sarsfield is the power man in the lineup here, batting leadoff. A little unusual, but he's got 3 home runs on the season. That does lead the team. He leads in triples with 4, doubles with 8, so he knows how to connect.
And Sarsfield going to find the 3-4 hole and put that one into right field for a single.
Sarsfield, the leadoff single. Here's the right fielder.
So that'll bring up Dylan Mazinski, the right fielder, wearing number 22. And I mentioned it, a little strange for us up in the booth, seeing the change in middle infield as
Sievers threw that one away, went all the way over to the fence, and Sarsfield's going to go first to third on the air on the throw, so not what the Jaguars were looking for.
Well, an unfortunate start here for the Jaguars.
And to take that a step further, you got Mr. Offense at the plate right here for the Lions. He leads them in many of the categories, almost all of them.
Yeah, we were talking pregame about Mazinski here, and you were listing off every category he leads in and then goes, yeah, he doesn't really do much.
You know, I really should contribute a little bit more on the offensive side. He'll go after that one right away and pop it up. This could be a break here for the Jags. Nice play, Brule.
Brule calls Newman off, and that'll be out number 1.
With a nice play to make the grab, out number 1.
Brings up Tavian Soppy.
First baseman, number 33, Tavian Soppy.
The first baseman for the Lions. First pitch into Soppy is a strike.
Well, Kate, at least for now, that play saved a run for the Jags. They've still got the runner, Sarsfield, sitting down at third.
And Brule making the
that
play.
That one fouled away.
Brule making the play on the second base side. I was starting to say earlier, we came up, saw the lineup for today's game, and saw, oh, okay, Nestler's batting in front of Brule. Oh, okay. Then looked over at the position side of things and went, wait a minute, something's not right here, as Sievers is going to take that one and throw over to first.
Soppy will bring the run.
So Soppy will have an RBI.
Sievers to Newman for out number 2. At the plate, number 4, third baseman Caden Harris.
So Soppy brings Sarsfield across, and now the Lions lead 1-0.
And that one's all courtesy of that bad throw on the pickoff play at first, allowing Sarsfield to not only move to second, but all the way over to third.
Well, and I will say on that play, I'm not sure why Seaver didn't just flip it to the catcher Miller there. And
there was no time. He looked at it, and he thought about flipping it home, but I don't think he was going to get him. I think that was the smart play, take the out, give up the run. It was going to be bang, bang at the plate if the throw was in the right spot. So he thought about it. He took a look at it and then thought better of it.
Well, either way, they got one more away and has only cost them 1 run so far, which is easily able to make up as long as your offense is on cue.
Easily, you say. I like that.
As that one's going to go right back to Sievers, bounce off of him, and not going to be in time on the throw. As you can see, Sievers very visibly upset.
Now batting, number 12, Colton Bergen.
So that'll bring up Colton Bergen.
And that was just a screamer right back at Sievers. He tried to knock it down, but it ricocheted too far off of him for him to go get it and throw him out. So good effort, but not able to complete the play. So Linn-Mar, another base runner.
So let's see if I can get through what I've been trying to say twice now and haven't yet made it through. Looking at the lineup card today, middle infield was flipped, and we went down to go double check it with Coach High, and he said, yep, that's right. And I asked him, I said, can you give us any insight on why the middle infield is flipped? Why is Brule over at second and Nessler over at short? And I quote, the response was, I'm going to choose not to comment on that one.
And that sounds just like a postseason coach.
As that's a high fly ball, center field. Reed going to get under that one, and that'll be out number 3.
Run it down for out number 3.
So the Lions drive one across here in the top of the first, leave one stranded, and the Jaguars have their chance to respond coming up next. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/health-powers-life.
Whether a ref makes a bad call or it's opposing players or fans trying to get us out of our element, that our ultimate goal is to win, and doing things that are unsportsmanlike aren't going to get us any closer to that goal.
Because in life, many things will not go your way, and by learning now to hold your head up high when defeated and stay humble after a victory will better influence your life for the years to come.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School for postseason baseball, brought to you by the Ankeny Girls Softball Association, Emery Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Softball Strength University at Jerash Performance, Signarama-Ankeny, and Lamberti, Murphy, and Strong Law. Looking at the field for the Lions, on the mound it's Bergen, and back behind the dish it's Barry. So Bergen to Barry, the battery.
For Centennial, the shortstop, number 28, Will Nessler.
The B&B battery. For the Lions, and Will Nessler at the plate rips it just foul. If that would have stayed fair, that would have been quite a few bases.
Nessler would have been running. That could have been an in the parker if that found its way down to the corner with his speed. Unfortunately, didn't happen. Yeah.
Third baseman playing on the grass, as that one's going to be a dropping curveball.
That one just fell off the edge of the table right into the catcher's mitt in the strike zone.
And that'll make the count 0-2. That one misses outside.
Well, if you get a shot of that in your camera, if you can see that, that's got to make the umpire a little nervous when the catcher slides clear out. It's just the umpire standing there with no one in front of him.
Sets up outside. That one's going to be down in the dirt. Now it is 2-2.
Yeah, the catcher had slid far enough over. He was behind the left-hand hitter's batter's box. It was just the umpire who kind of hesitated, and then he
Well,
bent down.
I mean, in one case, you got to say at least the umpire had a good view of the strike zone.
That he did. Nobody in front of him.
Nessler, dribbler, over to the third base side. Throw pulls him off. Nessler's safe. So Nessler going to lead off with a base hit here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Isaac Brule. Feels weird saying his name in the 2 spot, but that's how it is here for the postseason.
All right, so we talked about it before we came on the air. Nessler down at first. He gets a chance to annoy the pitcher a little earlier than he was hitting at the bottom. So he is 12 of 13 in stolen base attempts. He leads the Jags. Right away, you see Brule square into bunt and pops it back. So we'll see if they keep that on or if they just let him go. See what happens.
And if you can, watch the antics over at first. I know we don't have the camera shot right now of it.
He's fairly tame so far.
Brule gets a hold of that one, and that's going to be to the glove of Sarsfield, and that'll be out number 1. I'll bring up the third baseman, Will Morris. Nessler over at first, Morris at the plate. First pitch in the dirt, Nessler goes. And Nessler is going to be caught at the bag. So Nessler will be caught stealing for out number 2. As a beautiful throw down from Barry.
Well, a bit unfortunate for the Jaguars. It bounced right out in front of him where he could just pick it up and throw it down. And the throw was there in plenty of time. Nice tag applied. And make him 12 for 14 now on stolen bases.
The 1-1 pitch fouled off over towards the Jaguar dugout.
So Jeff was telling me over here on Saturday he was 3 doubles for Mr. Morris in the game.
Well, we didn't have a Lamberti Murphy Strong player for Saturday's game, but so I guess at that point I have to ask, did Nessler put up competition?
I was going to say we'd have to check and see on Nessler's stats.
That one falls foul. So we got the stat report from Saturday's game between Morris and Nessler, and unfortunately, the one game we don't have a Lamberti Murphy Strong player of the game as Morris sends that one up high. Cruz will settle underneath of it, and that'll be out number 3. So the Jaguars will send 3 to the plate and 3 back to the bench. We will go to the top of the second. Lions lead 1-0. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School. We go to the Lions, half of the second. It's Landon Sorg at the plate. First pitch from Sievers in the strike zone. That's what you want to see. And I could tell you this, by the end of the top half of the first, you could tell Sievers was frustrated. Not the first inning you want to have, but we've seen Jaguar pitchers struggle in the top half of the first and then settle in the rest of the game.
And Sievers being one of those who's had some issues trying to get off the ground, if you will, get the game rolling, and then once he settles in, look out. So hopefully he'll get those first inning jitters gone and he can settle down in there. He's going to plunk him. So the settling down hasn't started just yet.
Well, Sievers was asking the home plate umpire. He said, I think he leaned into that, but the umpire not seeing it the same way.
And boy, did that become a thing this year at the College World Series. Every player that was hit, I think they almost went to a review to see if he leaned in or not. And that was in great part thanks to Coastal Carolina, who came in with a reputation. That was just part of their offense.
Bunt laid down. Sievers fires over to first, and there will be one away. Sack bunt moves the runner over to second. So brings up the shortstop, Toby Cruz. Well, Sievers for the Jaguars has the best ERA of the starters with a 1.89 ERA. As Cruz rips that one into left field, throw home. Offline, and it'll be an RBI single. So now Lucas Downing up to the plate. Runner on first. Bunt shown, will go foul.
Well, and small ball worked for him already this inning. They laid down the bunt, moved the runner to second, and then promptly drove in with a base hit to left. And that was a solid shot, too. If that throw had been on line, it could have been interesting, but it wavered a little bit up the first base side.
Yeah, I was watching the throw, and I think he almost had him beat on the throw if it would have been on line.
It was going to be very interesting at the plate, but tailed away on him just a bit, so all Miller could do was go get it.
0-1 count. Brule going to flip it over to Nestler. Nestler toe drag, and they get the double play. So we will head to the bottom half of the second. Jaguars come up to bat once again. It will be 4, 5, and 6 for the Jaguars coming up. It is still 1. Make that 2-0 in favor of the Lions. You are watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
My real estate team knows that sports and extracurricular activities contribute to a well-rounded education. As an Ankeny Hawks mom, I have seen how important they are for success in school and beyond. And as a realtor, I know that our schools are one of the main reasons people love to call Ankeny home, and that's why I am a proud supporter. I've been helping Ankeny families for over 20 years, and if you or anyone you know needs help finding the perfect home, let's talk. But first, go Hawks.
Welcome back to the ballpark, and of course a special thank you to our postseason presenting sponsors, one of which being Softball Strength University at Jerash Performance.
Yeah.
Cohen Bullwinkle up to bat, and the third baseman in, and that's going to be an L6 for out number 1.
Here's the left fielder, number 8, Reed Anderson.
Brings up Reed Anderson.
Yeah, we didn't even get a chance to talk about it. He went up swinging at the first pitch, but Jeff was commenting they've done their research. Their third baseman was clear in on the grass. Obviously have seen that bunt that he's laid down.
And another 1 pitch, 1 out. As it'll be a 3 unassisted for out number 2. And that'll bring up Jackson Reed, the center fielder. So 2 pitches, 2 quick outs, and Jackson Reed is the first to take a pitch. And to be fair, that probably should have been a third pitch, third swing, but...
Yeah, but they've got to see some pitches. They've got to make him work a little bit.
That one left inside, ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Yeah, you're not going to work up his pitch count if you just keep swinging at that first pitch. That one's going to be down the right field line and foul. So that'll make the count 1-2.
Well, right now, we're still first time through the order. The hitters are up there for the rest of the team, not just themselves. They want to see pitches. Another nice play.
And Jackson Reed will ground out to Soppy, and that'll be a 3 unassisted to end the inning. Jaguars, once again, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of the third. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jerash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School. We go to the top of the third and the top of the order for the Lions.
Charlie Sarsfield.
Charlie Sarsfield, the center fielder, led off the game with a base hit, reached third on a bad pickoff throw, and then came across to score, courtesy of Tavian Soppy. First pitch into Sarsfield was a strike, and swings away at that one. He was swinging for the fences on that cut.
He had a healthy cut at that one, and we did say he leads with 3 home runs, so that was certainly a home run cut.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier, we don't see many long ball here at the ballpark. 400 to center, as that one's going to be to center. Jackson Reed going to pick that one up off the ground. It'll be a base hit for Sarsfield. Dylan Mazinski, the right fielder, steps in now for the Lions. As I was trying to say, you don't typically see many long ball here at the ballpark. 400 to dead center, 335 down the lines, 370 to the power alley. As that one's going to be over to Nestler. Nestler flips it to Brule. 6-4, and there's the 3 double play. So a 6-4-3 going to put 2 away here in the top of the third.
Well, the double play really keeping the Jaguars in this one, as that's the second one they've turned. They've got a 4-6-3 and a 6-4-3, and that one was nice.
And that one's going to miss outside, ball 1. Tavian Soppy, RBI on the night. And that's all he has to show for it so far. 0 for 1 with an RBI, driving across Sarsfield in the first. One count. Back to Sievers. Nestler found the time and gets the last out. Yes, he did, and that's out number 3. We are going to go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 in favor of the Lions. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Welcome back to the ball field here as we take a peek at the audience here tonight. The stands fairly filled up here tonight. A good crowd here for postseason baseball. I believe we were about 85 degrees at first pitch.
Well, and the crowd seeing an absolutely spectacular play to end the top half there.
And that's where I wish we had replay here in postseason, but
Nestler laid out to get it, got his face in the dirt, got up enough to get it to first, and got the out at first.
Got up, saw the hat wasn't on straight, put it back on straight, and still had time
Here's
to
the
throw.
First baseman, number 17, Cade Newman.
So we go to the 7-8-9 hitters. Cade Newman leads off here in the bottom of the third. Newman takes the first pitch, 0-1.
And Bergen isn't wasting any time on the Jaguar hitters getting ahead. He's throwing strikes on the first offering for most of them.
0-1 pitch. One and one now the count here to Newman. Fouled off to the softball side. Softball postseason action not there tonight. Another one fouled off. And the Ankeny Centennial softball girls play Cedar Rapids Kennedy tomorrow night at 7 p.m. That is your regional championship game. So make sure, come on out, support the girls here tomorrow night. It's a 3-2 count here to Newman. Sends one over to the shortstop, and not able to beat out the throw is Newman.
Cruz, a nice throw over with help from Soppy for the out. One away.
So a 6-3 puts one away. Brings up Alex Corey.
Yeah, Cruz owes his first baseman a pop for that one, for going down to get that one and getting the out. He dropped it, picked it up, got it over there, but Soppy had to dig it out.
Looked like a pig in a pen rolling around in the dirt. As Corey swings away, looks to put it over the head of Mazinski, and a diving play from Mazinski. That'll be out number 2. So a few great plays being shown out here on the both sides of the ball. Brings up Brecken Miller.
Well, this is turning out to be the battle of the awesome defensive plays. That was a web gem out there.
That was indeed a beautiful catch from Mazinski, and it's typically those ones that you kind of hesitate to see what happens, because catching it in the air is one thing. Hitting the ground afterwards is what can hurt you.
Exactly. That whip as the top half of the body comes down, smacks off the ground, but he held on to it.
As Miller swings away at that one, the 0-2 pitch spoiled. Because, yeah, you can look at a bunch of highlights of plays and see him make the catch in the air, hit the ground, and then all of a sudden ball pops out. As Sarsfield going to settle underneath that one, and that'll be out number 3. We will head to the top of the 4th, and it is still 2-0 in favor of the Lions. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Team knows that sports and extracurricular activities contribute to a well-rounded education. As an Ankeny mom, I have seen how important they are for success in school and beyond. I've been helping families here for over 20 years as a realtor, and I know that our schools and community activities are second to none. That's why people love to call Ankeny home, and that's why I am a supporter. If I can help you or anyone you know find the perfect home in Ankeny or the Metro, let's talk. And now it's time to cheer on our kids.
I breathed for a good 10 minutes trying to get my air back. Landed on it.
Welcome back to the ball field as we take a look behind the stands. The game going on outside of the game. One of the staples here at the ballpark. Wiffle ball outside the ballpark. We head to the top half of the 4th here at Ankeny Centennial. We go to hitters 4, 5, and 6 for the Lions. Seavers on the mound. Throwdown coming from Miller. Leading off for the Lions, Caden Harris, the third baseman.
Leading off the top of the 4th for the Lions, number 4, third baseman, Caden Harris. And I'm going to say it out loud in hopes maybe it'll slow down, but this game is flying by. And that's not good for Centennial, as they've not sent more than 3 men to the plate in any inning yet. They're just finally through the order after 3 innings.
Yeah, Jaguars struggling to catch up with Bergen and combat with him and find something against him. But luckily, we are only in the top of the fourth, so few innings left to go to find something against him. And 0-2 is the count here to Harris. Fouled off.
That one had some movement on it coming in. Started right at the hitter at Harris and broke in over the plate.
And, of course, a special thanks to our postseason presenting sponsors, Anne-Marie Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, one of those great postseason sponsors. Cohen Bullwinkle was trying to range to get that and unable to reach.
That's true.
The 2-0 pitch to Caden Harris incoming. High pop fly out of play. And Jeff brings up a good point over there. We've gone 3 innings, and we have 0 strikeouts on the board.
Not a K to be found.
Seaver is going to look to put one here, and that's going to become 1-2.
Offensively, both sides have been going up looking for something to hit.
Brule tries to make the dive, just not able to get the glove in front of it. And that'll be a base hit for Harris.
The base hit. Here's the pitcher, number 12, Colton Bergen.
So that'll bring up Colton Bergen, the pitcher for the Lions. And Bergen throws right-handed, bats left-handed.
Seaver started him with the heat there. You could see the dirt pop off of Miller's glove. A big poof. I thought it was me. I'm like, what? Got my attention real quick.
The 1-1 pitch here to Bergen.
Yeah, but you're here.
That one from Bergen sent foul.
That was a long strike. At least not miss that place.
2-2 count here to Bergen. That one high and out of play.
Well, a pitcher versus pitcher battle going on here.
2-2 count.
Seaver's taken just a little too long for Bergen's liking. So we'll try it again. And that time he switches it up and gets the quick pitch.
So full count now. Payoff pitch here for Sievers. Runner goes. High fly ball. Reed Anderson tracking, not able to get it. So a base hit for Bergen will move Harris over to second. And a courtesy runner coming in for the Lions. It'll be number 10, Jordan Zimmerman, now running over at first. And head coach Mark High going to come out, have a meeting on the mound.
The way they've played, sure, I would think so. Number 10, Jordan Zimmerman, running for the Lions at first.
So Landon Sorg steps into the box against Darren Sievers after the mound visit from Coach High. Bunt shown. Cade Newman crashes. And we do have action in the Jaguar bullpen. Elijah Starr looks to be warming up.
Newman crashing hard on that last offering from first base.
And I will say Newman wasn't wasting any time. Sorg showed bunt and Newman started crashing. He didn't wait to see if he was going to pull back. So I'm sure you'll expect to see that again from Newman. There goes the bunt. Here comes Newman, and it's going to be Sievers over to third. Throw is wild, and one is going to come across. Now two. So 2 runs coming across for the Lions. As Sievers went to cut off the lead runner, and the throw just went wild.
He whipped it over sidearm. I think it got away from him because they would have had him at third. They had time to get the out, but the throw just got away from him. The feet weren't completely set. He wasn't squared with it, and the arm just kind of whipped.
And the Lions looking to be playing small ball here in the fourth. We saw them play small ball back in the third, and to no avail it was, but
well, they've been small ball so far all game, and it is working. They're up 4-0. Centennial certainly helping them with that.
So that one's fouled back.
But they've been willing to sacrifice and move runners. And if it isn't broke, don't fix it. They're sticking with it.
So now Newman changes positioning, goes back to normal position over on the first base side with 2 strikes. And it's a high dribbler, Nestler. Going to throw over to first, and they get the out. That'll put 1 away.
Nestler unleashes one. 1 away.
So the Jaguars put 1 away, being Brady Berry. And that'll bring up Toby Cruz, the shortstop, wearing number 8, batting in the 8 spot. Well, you see Newman and now the entire infield on the dirt, or on the grass, excuse me, as bunt not shown that time by Cruz.
With only one away, Centennial forced to pull the infield in to try to keep that run at third base and keep this one from getting away from him. It's 4-0. They've got to try to get out of this without giving up that extra run down there at third.
That one misses outside, 2-0. As Cruz will have the single up the middle.
Coming to the plate, second baseman, number 23, Lucas Downing.
Takes us to Lucas Downing. And we will have a pitching change here for the Jaguars. So we are going to take a break and be right back. You are watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Whether a ref makes a bad call or it's opposing players or fans trying to get us out of our element, that our ultimate goal is to win, and doing things that are unsportsmanlike aren't going to get us any closer to that goal.
Because in life, many things will not go your way, and by learning now to hold your head up high when defeated and stay humble after a victory will better influence your life for the years to come.
Life's buzzing with energy, from the delightfully routine to the novel and exciting to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/health-powers-life.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to...
Here's number 23, second baseman.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial, and a few changes in the field. Will Morris moves from third base to the mound, and Eli Starr comes out to play third. Bunt shown with a runner on first.
Morris now on the mound for the Jaguars. Starr will take over at third base.
Lucas Downing at the plate. Bunt shown again, and Downing will be hit.
Takes us back to the top of the order. Center fielder, number 5.
So that'll take us to the top. Charlie Sarsfield, the center fielder.
Sarsfield hot. He is 2 for 2 here tonight.
Morris going to look to change that with one away. Fouled back and out of play. And looking over at Downing over on the first base side, he is nursing that left shoulder. Oh, 1 inside.
Well, by intent or accident, Morris coming inside on that one. Jesus Christ.
And Sarsfield going to drive 2 across here and going to go for third. And it'll be a stand-up triple for Sarsfield that drives 2 across.
Sarsfield, a stand-up triple and 2 RBI. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 22, Dylan Mazinski. And things going from bad to worse here for the Jaguars. That was a beautiful shot. Sarsfield turned on it, barreled it up, sent it out there, cleared the bases, and parked himself on third. And there's another base hit. That'll be another run.
So Mazinski will have the RBI single. That'll drive Sarsfield across. And Tavian Soppy at the plate.
And the Lions threatening to bat around here. This is batter number 9.
First pitch to Soppy is a ball.
I think your book is doomed. Well, we've only got one away here in the top of the 4th. Centennial giving up 6 runs. And a runner on first for the Lions.
Beautiful breaking ball there from Morris. Makes it 1-2. Morris finding the pitch he likes. 1-2 pickoff attempt.
And a nice job by Newman going down to block that one. Otherwise, would it have another Lion on the run around the base paths?
Soppy hard hit ball, and that'll be dropped in right center field, and run gonna come across. Soppy stands on second.
Returning to the plate, number 4, third baseman, Caden Harris.
So now Caden Harris will step to the plate for the second time here in this inning. First pitch swung on, strike 1.
And Harris is 2 for 2 on the night, a single in the first and a single already here in the 4th as his second time at the plate in this inning.
Well, and Harris, second time at the plate this inning, but this time it's against a different pitcher. First time he was up, it was against Severs. Now he faces Morris on the mound and quickly down 0-2.
Well, the Lions don't seem to care who's on the mound. They just keep smashing the ball.
That one fouled out of play. 0-2, and there is the first K of the night. Will go to Morris.
Morris with the strikeout for 2 away. Brings up number 12, the pitcher, Colton Bergen.
First pitch to Bergen is a strike.
And Bergen already singled in the inning as he was the second hitter to come in and got a base hit.
And Bergen now sees his competition on the defensive side of the ball for the first time here tonight with Morris. As I said, first time up. He saw Sievers. Now he gets to see Morris.
And this is hitter number 11 for the Lions.
One, two. The count here to Bergen. As Miller set up outside. And will make the count 2-2 with 2 away. And that'll be strike number 3. We will go to the bottom of the 4th. Lions hang up 7 in the top. The score now 9-0. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial.
Here's the shortstop, number 28, Will Nessler.
We lead off with the top of the order here for the Jaguars. Only their second time through the lineup. Nessler led the game off with a single, then got caught stealing.
Well, the only thing Centennial can do here is they've just got to put that inning out of their mind the best they can, try to pick themselves up and start chipping away. You're not going to get 9 runs in the blink of an eye, but you can chip away at it. They've still got 4 innings of ball left. That's 12 outs. They've got to make the most of them.
Nessler, 1-1 count.
Did you like that math on the run? Did you like that?
That one's going to drop and be 2-1.
Well, that's true. I was being optimistic.
Go. Nessler going to try and beat out the throw. It's up high. Nessler is safe over at first, and a great backup from the catcher, Barry.
Brings up the second baseman, number 1, Isaac Brule.
Brings up Isaac Brule. Now Brule makes contact with that one, and Nestler going to be hung out to dry. And that'll put 2 away.
Downey, the great play. We'll turn it into 2. Here's number 7, the pitcher, Will Morris. Can you say snake pit?
And now Will Morris, the pitcher, at the plate. That one's going to be left low.
It was L4 and then 4-2 or 4-3 for the back half. Can't blame him. I thought that one was out there.
So now 1-2 here to Will Morris. That one's left up high, 2-2.
Drawn oohs and ahs from the Lions fans.
Morris, third base side. And will be safe over at first.
That's a hit. Yeah. Morris will get the infield single.
Morris, the infield single, stands over at first.
Number 24, right fielder, Cohen Bullwinkle.
And we will see a courtesy runner for Will Morris, Trey Hauser. Now the runner over at first.
Hauser running at first base.
And Bullwinkle tries to play the small ball.
Hauser, your courtesy runner at first.
So 2 away. That is typically where we see Bullwinkle play small ball, is with 2 away.
What would it be without a night with Bullwinkle trying to lay one down the line?
He was going to go for it again and pulled back, still called a strike. So now 2 strikes, 2 away. Should see Bullwinkle swing here if he finds his pitch. And he will, and it's going to be a 4-3, and that'll be out number 3. We will head to the top of the 5th. It is 9-0 in favor of the Lions. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have.
Welcome back to the ball field. We step into the top half of the 5th. And we go to Landon Sorg. First pitch, fly ball. Tracking it is Cade Newman, and that's 1 away.
Newman makes
Well, for the first time, the Jaguars put the first hitter up and back down. Beautiful pitch from Morris in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, if you look back at the third, it looks like they got it there, but they got the base hit, and the Jaguars turned the double play to erase it. So.
So now quickly, 0-2 count here to Brady Berry, the catcher, who we must give props to. Top half, or bottom half of the fourth, great backup by Berry to keep the runner at bay over at first. That one will go through the legs of Miller.
Yeah, the throw sailed high over there. Morris was able to reach and turned and thought about second, but Berry, like you said, a nice job backing it up, preventing that.
So a full count here to Berry. It's going to be back up the middle. Nestler unable to get it in the glove, and Berry will reach. Brings up Toby Cruz, the shortstop.
At the plate, number 8, shortstop, Toby Cruz.
Breaking ball from Morris. 0-1. High fly ball. Jackson Reed underneath of it. That'll be out number 2.
Reed parks underneath that one for out number 2.
Brings up Lucas Downing, the second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, number 23, Lucas Downing. And Downing, a great defensive end for the Lions in the bottom of the fourth. Two very nice plays out of him.
And for all of those, for those of you tuning in on Centennial Digital here tonight, we want to thank you for tuning in. And again, a special thanks to our postseason presenting sponsors, Ankeny Girls Softball Association, Anne-Marie Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Softball Strength University at Jarash Fitness, Signarama-Ankeny, and Lamberti Murphy Strong Law. Runner on first for the Lions. And Bullwinkle going to put that one in the glove, and that'll be out number 3. No harm here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom. It is 9-0 in favor of the Lions. You're watching Centennial Digital, driven by the IAHSAA and Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
First pitch to Reed, a ball. One 0. Misses down low.
And so far tonight, just simply a case of the Jaguars running into a buzzsaw. Everything has been Lions from the beginning. And Centennial unable to break up that streak, at least as of yet.
I guess you could say they were thrown into the Lions' den and has had nothing to protect them here tonight.
Do you want the symbol but after that?
I thought it was good.
That was good.
Now a 2-2 here to number 2. And the Jaguars are going to have one go down the right field line. Jackson Reed almost colliding with the umpire on the base path. And we will have a stand-up double for the Jaguars. So that'll bring up Cade Newman, the first baseman.
Well, Reed rips that one down the right field line. You got to start somewhere. Why not make it right there?
And a Picasso double there for Jackson Reed. Paints the white line like one of his French girls.
Just paints the line would have been good.
Now Newman going to send one into right field, and we'll have runners on the corners here for the Jaguars. Alex Corey going to step up to the dish. The DH.
Wells taking 5 innings and 9 runs by the opposing team, but the Jaguars find some life here in the 5th.
And I believe for the first time, the Jaguars have put a runner in scoring position here tonight. Newman over on first, Jackson Reed on third. Alex Corey at the plate, strike called, 1-1.
That one just a bit inside as Corey leans back to get away from it.
Thanks, Bob. Wrong inflection, but right line. I went high and out of play. Two pitch. Corey fouls it off, hits the pasture. The 2-2 pitch. Corey on the ground. And one will come across for the Jaguars, but one will go away as well.
Lions will take the force out at second for out number 2 as Centennial picks up a run.
And we will bring up Brecken Miller, the Jaguar catcher. So the Jaguars put one on the board, and that's all it's going to be here in the bottom of the 5th, as Harris will send it over to Soppy for out number 3. Jaguars no longer have a 0 on the board. It's 9-1. You are watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? Oh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Welcome back to the ballpark here at Ankeny Centennial. The Jaguars finally finding something in their stride. Put one up on the board in the bottom of the fifth.
Stringing a couple of hits together there. A nice shot down the right field line. Got things going for them. The double by Jackson Reed. Cade Newman drives him in with a base hit. Whatever. Here's number 5.
So we will go to the top of the order for the Lions here in the top of the 6th. Charlie Sarsfield. Sarsfield 3 for 3, 2 singles and a triple. First pitch in, strike 1.
You could say he's seen the ball well tonight.
That one left outside. Well, the whole Linn-Mar offense is seeing the ball pretty well here tonight. Batting around in the 4th. Two now the count.
And Morris coming back, get our first couple strikeouts of the game to end the 4th as he went back-to-back strikeouts.
Brule going to glove it, send it over to Newman, and that'll be out number 1.
One away. Coming to the plate, right fielder, number 22, Dylan Mazinski.
So Dylan Mazinski at the plate. And that's going to be a base hit. So Mazinski finds his way up to the plate, or up to first, and brings up Tavian Soppy, the first baseman.
And those would be hits number 52 and 53 for Mazinski on the season.
Soppy going to add one to his total as well. And correction, an E5, how that's going to be scored in the book.
At the plate, third baseman, number 4, Caden Harris.
So now Caden Harris with runners on first and second. 0-1 the count, or 1-0 the count, excuse me. I went down in the dirt, back behind Miller. And runners will advance to scoring positions. And Brody Faulkner now coming in to run at second for Tavian Soppy.
And Kate, those are two big runs out there on second and third. Should the Lions be able to push those across, the 10-run rule would come into effect, and Centennial forced to score at least one in the bottom half to keep the game moving.
Yeah, Jaguars trying to stay out of that realm as that one missed. Not sure where, but a 3-1 count. So the 2 runs will come across, and Harris will end up on second, a stand-up double.
2 RBI on the stand-up double for Harris. Brings the pitcher, number 12, Colton Bergen.
So now Colton Bergen comes to the plate.
And the hit parade continues for the Lions. They are just on fire tonight.
And 0-0 will turn to 0-1 as Bergen swings away at the first pitch.
So the Jaguars will be forced to put one on the board at least here in the bottom half, and the Lions may not be done yet.
That one sent foul. Oh, 2. Foul tip.
Bergen a single and a strikeout, both in the 4th inning. As the Lions sent 12 to the plate.
That one sent right back up the middle. No play at the plate. So one will come across, and Bergen will have the RBI. So now the Jaguars going to have to score at least 2 as Newman settles underneath that one, and that'll be out number 2.
The catcher, number 17, Brady Berry.
And Berry will be hit by the pitch.
Coming to the plate, shortstop, number 8, Toby Cruz.
2 away. Morris, first pitch. To Cruz is a strike.
We got to credit Linn-Mar. They brought their good bats with them here tonight. They got off the bus swinging and have made solid connection all night long.
Yeah, Linn-Mar came out hot from the start and just hasn't cooled down yet. And I'm sure air temperature helping keep them warm as well. As that one's back up the middle, Nestler tries to dive for it, nothing there. And yet another run will come across as it's an RBI single for Cruz. And another mound visit here for the Jaguars, and I believe we will have another pitching change. Morris will head back to third base, and I believe we will see TJ Hood stepping on to the mound here for the Jaguars. And it will indeed be number 3, TJ Hood, taking the mound for the Jaguars. And we're going to stay right here on Centennial Digital. And, of course, a big thank you to our presenting postseason sponsors, Ankeny Girls Softball Association, Anne-Marie Gerke with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Softball Strength University at Jerash Performance, Signarama-Ankeny, and Lamberti, Murphy, and Strong Law. Just a few of our great sponsors here at Centennial Digital. Helping bring you postseason baseball here at Ankeny Centennial.
Taking a look at Caden Harris tonight, the third baseman, number 4.
So Lucas Downing at the plate.
Caden had a good game in their last game. 3 hits there, scoring 2 runs and driving in 1. He's continued that here tonight.
First pitch to Downing is a strike. Hood will step off, take a breather, and step right back on. 0-1 pitch, swung on, and Newman almost had it in the glove. Bullwinkle fires over to second. One will come across, and a runner will end up on third. So we will go back to the top of the order. Charlie Sarsfield. First pitch to Sarsfield is a ball. That one finds the top portion of the zone. 1-1. High fly ball, going to end up out of play. 1-2 count, Sarnsfield. Hard hit ball center field. Tracking back is Jackson Reed. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Sarnsfield, driving 2 across. So that'll bring up Dylan Mazinski. Another hard hit ball, and that's going to be to the glove of Reed Anderson, and that will be out number 3. So the Lions hang up another 7 on the board, and it is now 16-1. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. You are watching Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire and the IAHSAA.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Whether a ref makes a bad call or it's opposing players or fans trying to get us out of our element, that our ultimate goal is to win, and doing things that are unsportsmanlike aren't going to get us any closer to that goal.
Because in life, many things will not go your way, and by learning now to hold your head up high when defeated and stay humble after a victory will better influence your life for the years to come.
Welcome back to the ball field here at Ankeny Centennial High School. Pinch hitting for the Jaguars. It'll be number 6, Josh Quinlan.
Well, we were talking as we were coming back. We're going to see a parade of pinch hitters now from Mark High coming off the Jaguar bench. Quinlan, a senior, getting another swing here.
And unfortunately, as a senior, this is not how you want your final game to look, but sometimes, unfortunately, that's just how baseball is, and that's how this one looks to be.
If you really want to grasp at straws, at least this one's not going to be a heartbreaker like it was a couple years ago in Johnston. This one's in the books.
Baseball is a funny game. We will say that. But yeah, at this point, this one looks like it is put in the books.
So the old question, would you rather lose a heartbreaker or get blown out and know you're done? I'd go the heartbreaker.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think personally I'd go heartbreaker. I'd rather my final game be a close one and be competitive rather than having it being blown out.
Well, the drama left this one back in the 4th when the Lions put a 7 spot up, and just for good measure, they matched that in the 6th.
Quinlan going to send it right back up to Bergen, and it's Bergen to Soppy. That'll be out number 1. So now we will see Grant Crowner step up to the plate for the Jaguars.
Here's number 26, Grant
Crowner also a senior. and I feel like we say this every year, but such a great senior class of players for the Jaguars this year, from the pitching staff to Brule, Morris, and everybody in the outfield. As that one will go 2-1 to Crowner.
Blue's ready to move it along.
2-2 pitch. And that'll be strike number 3. And that'll bring up Will Morris, the third baseman. Morris, a junior on the team, so one more season in the bag of Will Morris. First pitch drops in, strike 1.
I thought maybe you were thinking he was going to jump in the transfer porthole.
At this point, you never know. It has started to funnel down. Open enrollment is the high school version of the transfer portal. And you've seen a lot of kids do it. As that one's going to drop down and hit the dirt.
Well, as we've said, it's Centennial's made a couple of errors, but the Lions just came out on fire and took this one.
The 1-2 pitch to Morris. Swung on, sent foul. Yeah, got to give props where props is due. Linn-Mar came off the bus, and the bats were hot and ready to go. They had them in the roller on the way down. They were warming them up, and
they must have had their hats on the bats to keep them warm. If you're laughing, you know Major League, the movie.
And now Morris will reach. So now Cohen Bullwinkle, the senior, on the Jaguar team at the plate. First pitch misses. Ball 1. Well, for those of you that are still with us right now, we want to thank you for tuning in. And want to thank you for your support over this entire Jaguars season. As that one will find the zone and make it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And that'll be in the glove of Mazinski, and that'll be out number 3. Well, folks, this one's going to go to the Linn-Mar Lions here tonight. On behalf of everybody here at Centennial Digital, I want to thank you for tuning in. Final score of tonight's game, 16-1 in favor of the Lions. And once again, on behalf of everybody here at Centennial Digital, we want to thank you. This has been Rodney and Cade Tomlinson. On behalf of Tomlinson announcing, until next season, GOODNIGHT. Good night.